on the federal workers' fallout that is affecting so many of you and your families. In the last hour, our team watched as the signage at the USAID building came down. You can see cranes taking down the agency's signs and flags. You're also going to notice here black tape over some of the words on some of the marquees.
Well, this comes as employees stare down an 11:59 p.m. deadline where the Trump administration is expected to lay off 97% of USAID's workforce. Now, we know that many of you are being impacted by this, and it brings with it a lot of uncertainty. And our team is committed to getting you answers from trusted sources.
That's right. Our Rafael Sanchez Cruz has been on top of this story all week long. And Rafa, people were outside of USAID's office and they could not believe what they were seeing.
Yeah, it's an emotional day for those who have ties to USAID. You can see our camera actually captured when a woman was crying as the signage was coming down just a couple hours ago. And President Trump took to social media and posted, quote, "Close it down." But USAID employees are trying to put a halt to the administration's efforts to dismantle the 6-decade-long agency and its programs. Here's 3 things you need to know. Tonight, just before midnight, the administrative leaves are set to officially take place. But because some of these federal employees are worldwide, some are already seeing the effects of this shutdown. 2, right now, employee associations are trying to get a federal judge here in D.C. to temporarily block the shutdown from taking place. Now, USAID employees say the Trump administration's decision abruptly left American workers without health care and some stranded in dangerous places abroad. The lawsuit also argues that this decision is impacting the over 100 countries who get aid through this agency. And finally, number 3, the Trump administration has told USAID officials that it plans to only keep less than 300 positions out of more than 10,000. Now, we have digital investigative reporter Jordan Fisher in the courtroom right now listening in on that hearing for a possible temporary block. We'll have more coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. Simone? Larry?
Yeah, of course, the chief complaint from these associations is that this is an organization and an agency created by Congress, therefore it should be dismantled by Congress, and challenging whether or not the executive branch has the authority to move forward in the fashion that they are.
And there's so many people, Rafa, as you've touched on, their lives are in the balance here, their careers are in the balance. Thank you for your reporting on this tonight. Another big federal fallout, Democratic members of Congress were not allowed into the Department of Education today. The lawmakers were blocked by private security contractors who told them they needed to be on a guest list in order to enter the building. The lawmakers said the Department of Education is funded by taxpayer dollars and elected officials have the right to oversee operations.
If the American people do not wake up to what is being created, we might not have an opportunity to fight back the authoritarian dictatorship that is in the making. This is not just about going after public education. This is about going after the systems of governance we have in this country.
President Trump has previously said he would like to close the Department of Education using an executive order. Closing the department would require congressional action.
Well, right now we know that many of you have questions surrounding this fallout. Here at Channel 9, we are working to get you answers and hold those in charge accountable. Text the questions to the number on your screen, 202-895-5599, and we will text you back with answers.